Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Old Man Hitch and this is 20 Hours with Far Cry Primal. It's an action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. My review is quite a bit late, I realized. It released about a month ago, and I've been putting it off because I'm struggling to find time to play it enough to really justify a review. There's a lot of really nice games out right now and I'm just having trouble fitting this one in. But there has been an update recently, so it helps me justify putting this out late, that added a survival mode. And that's kind of the latest trend in these type of games, really. And personally, I don't spend a lot of time replaying games these days, but I think survival modes are great for people who do. This is the 5th installment in the Far Cry series, and if you aren't familiar with the previous games, they can best be described as open-world first-person shooters with larger-than-life personalities and over-the-top storylines. That is, except the main character that you play, who is normally just a generic action hero who somehow finds himself in the middle of a major conflict. He's always voice acted, he has a name, but you never get to see his face. Additionally, hunting, gunplay, and vehicles always play a large part in the series, but only the hunting mechanic made it into Primal, which might make some people sad. If you played Far Cry 4, you might remember getting several surveys asking for your opinion on the series and asking for input on the next title. Unfortunately, I didn't get my wish. I wanted a futuristic sci-fi setting, but I'm okay with what we got. And as you can see, Far Cry Primal has a prehistoric setting, and to look on the bright side of not having guns or vehicles, at least there are no annoying radio towers to climb. You play as Takar, a member of the Winja clan who realizes that he needs to unite his people who have been scattered by rival groups, or they will surely face extinction. Takar learns to use spears, clubs, bows, throwing knives, and bombs, not the explosive kind. However, his most powerful asset is his ability to tame and command the animals around him. And in the place of vehicles is the ability to ride some of the larger animals that he tames. Taking over outposts, using stealth, or brute force is still a big part of the game's core mechanic, but without a sniper rifle, you're forced to get up close and personal to get the job done. This is arguably the best part of any Far Cry game, and getting that stealth clear always feels so rewarding. It's just really rare for me. I always seem to end up with a mix of stealth or slaughter. One part of the series that I was sad to see make another appearance is the drug-induced hallucination sequences. In Primal, they sometimes turn you into a mammoth, and I didn't find those missions to be fun or interesting. It's just annoying filler for a game that is slightly to moderately low on content to begin with. Additionally, the cast of characters is much weaker than past Far Cry games, and I found them hard to relate to, with the exception of maybe Urki the redneck, or Da, who is the enemy general that you capture and befriend. Otherwise, they all just seemed dull, or maybe I just felt that they were trying too hard in some cases. I don't give numerical scores to games, and I generally just give my opinion and let the viewer decide, and this will be no exception. But I will suggest that if you're interested in this game, and you don't already own it, wait for a sale. Now I'm going to jump in the game, show you some of the options, a stress test, and then we'll go ride a mammoth and see if we can get into some trouble. So here we have Far Cry Primal. In the options menu, under gameplay, we have a few assists. The really only cool things here are the animations on and off. They can get kind of annoying, and you can set your hunter vision duration. It defaults to 20 seconds, but you can turn it up higher or make it infinite. The story recaps, I've turned mine off. Every time you load up the game, it'll recap what you've done. I kind of find it to be a little bit annoying. I always skip it anyway, so I just go ahead and turn it off. Under interface, you can turn a lot of stuff on and off. Mini maps and objectives It's all really nice to be able to turn all that on and off. Tooltips, great stuff. Very nice menu selection. Good job, Ubisoft Montreal. Keyboard and mouse. There's mouse acceleration that you can turn off. Awesome job for being able to turn it off. And you can set the acceleration value. I don't use a controller. Under video, I have an GeForce GTX 980 Ti, as you can see. I'm able to turn everything up pretty high. All of these are maxed out, I believe. Yep, looks like it. You can turn motion blur on or off. I haven't really noticed a very big problem with it, so I've left it on. Now, under advanced settings, if you have VSync enabled, you can change that a little bit. And the field of view goes up to 120. That's awesome. Good job, Ubisoft. Very good job with this. The game runs perfect for me. I know a lot of people were having problems, but I've never had any problems with it. We've got a master volume. Let's turn that down just a little bit. And you can turn music on or off. But that's it. It'd be nice if there's different audio sliders. That's something I really care about. But hey, if all I can do is turn it up or down, and at least I'll be able to turn the music off if I need to. Let's just go ahead and do that anyway. All right, so here's a benchmark. I'll show you what my system can do. Like I said, I've never experienced any problems. It's always been over 60 FPS for me, sometimes as high as 120. I say that, and now we're dipping down. Earlier when I ran this test, it was always over 60. It never dipped below 60. Maybe it's just the recording software. There's some of the motion blur, I guess, in the grass. Really nice looking game, to be honest. Okay, here are your results. It did drop down to 50, although I have to admit I've never experienced that without the recording software going on. I'm using OBS to record this so that I was able to get my shadow play FPS in the corner. Now, let me jump into the game real quick and I'll show you around a little bit, and maybe we'll go ride a mammoth. Okay, here we are. We popped up. Normally you pop up in your main village over here, but I guess since I was playing earlier, it's not going to do that. And I think we have some mammoths over here, so we'll just head that direction. Highlight it so I make sure I'm going the right way. You can use your hunter vision to make sure you're not going to run into any crocodiles. There's one over there. Let's go kill it. If only it was that easy, right? Hunting is a big part in all the Far Cry games, if you're not familiar. It's a way that you upgrade all your skills and weapons and stuff. Let me show you that real quick. Here's your skill menu. These different characters are people that you encounter and you save, and you make them come live at your village, and as you upgrade things, they give you bonuses. Like, for instance, when I get this one unlocked, I'll be able to craft 2 clubs instead of 1 when I craft my items. And you do that by holding Q, and you can craft until you run out of stuff. Because collecting stuff is also another big thing. Like if you look at the mini-map down here, there's something down here to collect. It's slate. Where was it? There it is. So just hold E, get my slate. I'll use that in some arrows or something. Alright, so let's go get that mammoth. Something's growling at me. Oh, there's a tiger over here. If he really wants to mess with me, I can call in one of the bad boys. Yeah, he ran away when he showed up. So this is my buddy, Sabretooth. I call him Thundercat. He's awesome. You can ride him. Which would probably look so ridiculous in real life if you could like somehow get to third person and see this. Because he's not that tall. But he's fast, so that's what matters, right? You can shoot stuff. Missed. Okay, should run into some mammoths. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of Thundercat here. I gotta get off of him first. No. That's not what I wanted to do. Should be a prompt to pet him. There we go. That's a good boy, Thunder. Alright, do whatever it is you do when you're not hanging out with me. So you can only ride the little ones. This one, probably. Yep. Sorry. I'm gonna make you kill your friends. Yeah. Alright, so that's a lot of the stuff that you can do. And unfortunately, I've pretty much cleared out a lot of the stuff, so there's nothing we can really go take him to do other than just running around killing more mammoths. Oh, you want some? Yeah. Man, they're just like coming in hot and heavy. That's a good guy. Come back, cheetah or jaguar, whatever you are. Got him. Alright. Well, I really appreciate you joining me. This is Far Cry Primal. Like I said before, you might want to wait for a sale unless you're just convinced by what you've seen. I liked it. I'm not upset that I bought it, to be honest. I know a lot of people played it for just a short amount of time that I saw some streamers, and they pretty much gave up on it right away. I will say that I played it on a harder difficulty level, and that made the wildlife... Oh, I nailed the wrong guy. No! It made the wildlife a lot harder than I think it really probably is on normal, I assume. And, like, for instance, there's areas where you just can't swing a dead cat and you don't hit a pack of wolves. And it's really annoying. And you kill multiple packs of wolves and all of a sudden you run into a bear and die. And it's just kind of... Until you upgrade your weapons, you're really vulnerable. So I guess maybe what I'm trying to say is the survival mode probably has a lot of replayability with it. If you put on permadeath. Oh, my elephant just tossed that guy. So, anyways, this is Far Cry Primal. I appreciate you for watching. Oh, you want some? And, have a nice day.
Uguama! Uguama Brudaquala! Chest, couch, warshu! Bow, bow!